Hello, I'm Jessica Rivelli, founder of Working Women of Tampa Bay, the largest women's networking organization in the area. And I hope you're ready for probably what's going to be the quickest, fastest history lesson of your life. I'm here to share some stories of amazing female leaders whose actions have reshaped the world. They stood up and stood out to challenge the status quo, and I hope they inspire you to do the same. So before I get started, because I've got about 15 seconds before my slide hits, I just want to let you know that I've been so inspired so far by all the fantastic presenters, and I'm ignited, so I hope you are too. There you go. First up, a character from history that doesn't come out without some controversy. Eve wasn't content with hanging out in the garden with Adam. She wanted wisdom and power, and she influenced Adam to take that historic bite. Flash forward to 19th century, meet Virginia Woodhull. She's the first woman to run for president, and she struck it rich as the first female stockbroker and later started her own newspaper. As a female business owner, she believed that she was going to fight for women's rights, and that's exactly what she did. Little black dresses and perfume may be what Coco Chanel is best known for, but her legacy as a female leader in the fashion industry also stands the test of time. She revolutionized the way women dress by using liberating fabrics and designing the power suit. One of the most influential women of all time, First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. She believed women had a right to work, and she encouraged her female friends to run for office. She wrote 27 books and thousands of columns, and according to J. Edgar Hoover, her outspoken and radical views were dangerous to society. The Iron Lady, Margaret Thatcher, made history when she became the first female prime minister of Great Britain. She believed there was a special place in hell for other women didn't help each other. She will be forever remembered as a trailblazer, a peacemaker, and a woman who just got things done. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away your DDT. If it wasn't for our female leader, Rachel Carson, the future would be bleak for the birds and the bees. Carlson's expose on pesticides caused such a stir that the government had to create the EPA and ban DDT 10 years later. Journalist and activist Gloria Steinem was the voice of the second women's revolution. She has spent almost 6 decades fighting for women's rights. She turned 80 this year, believe it or not, and she understood that knowledge is power. She's once quoted as saying, "The truth will set you free, but it will first piss you off." Known for her compassion and grace, Princess Diana, she wasn't one to follow the rule books. Her entire life was in service to others. The people's princess used her popularity and power to speak up and bring awareness to AIDS, world hunger, and landmines. As the first female prime minister of a Muslim country, Benazir Bhutto risked her life to lead. Her stoic struggle to establish democratic institutions in Pakistan will be remembered long after her tragic death. She's a shining example of courage and fearlessness. Martha Stewart didn't let a little insider trading stop her, did it? The self-made millionaire built a global empire around cooking, cleaning, and crafting. That's got to say something. Your past doesn't define you, and no one knows that better than Oprah, right? Despite growing up poor, she became one of the most influential and successful women. Experts say that having Barack Obama on her show resulted in as many as 1 million votes in his favor. Lean-in advocate Sheryl Sandberg is using her influence as the COO of Facebook to encourage young women to break through the glass ceiling. Sheryl's book and nonprofit pushes female executives to take their rightful place at the table. The founder of one of the world's fastest growing media empires, Arianna Huffington, knows the pros and cons of being successful. She's helping future working women redefine success to include purpose and passion, and maybe we'll finally get a little bit of sleep if we follow her advice. The quest for perfection is exhausting, and no one knows that better than Texas researcher Brené Brown. She's dedicated her life's work to studying why women are so critical of themselves. Brown believes she must learn to be vulnerable before she can be happy in her own skin. Filmmaker and activist Jennifer Newsom wants to change the way women are portrayed in the media. Her documentary, Misrepresentation, encourages women to boycott magazines, movies, and reality TV shows that objectify girls. Debbie Sterling's toy company, Goldie Blocks, is inspiring the next generation of female engineers. She has made it her mission to tackle the gender gap in science and technology, and her startup company is now one of the hottest selling toys on Amazon. Future female leader Julie Bloom rounded up 80,000 signatures to get 17 magazine to take the no Photoshop pledge. She believes society should focus more on women's brains than their bodies. Young inventor Marion Belchel used her love of music and activism to create a new device that detects landmines. The inexpensive Minesweeper uses sound to locate potentially deadly explosives buried deep within the earth. Finally, Malala Yousafzai wasn't too young to be considered for last year's Peace Prize. She risked her life to attend school in Pakistan, and after being shot by the Taliban, she toured the world advocating for education for girls. So I hope these women encourage you to be the change you wish to see. And remember, if you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. Thank you.